Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and today is going to be a speed build as you've seen for the title. And I always struggle with speed builds. I don't know how many times I've recorded a build and thought, right, I'm going to upload this, and then I look at it and between the build and the decoration it took me about 3 hours because I am a complete perfectionist. But I really want to put some builds up on the gallery and also for you guys, so I decided to challenge myself and to try and get a build done within an hour, and I did. I managed to do this particular one in 42 minutes, and I have obviously sped it up for you guys so that you don't have to sit through the painstaking 42 minutes or whatever it was. Now this is a starter home, and I designed it specifically for Oasis Springs because I believe that a lot of the starter homes that are on the gallery just now are beautiful, but they look like they belong in the other one, whereas I wanted to make this more of a deserty type house, which is why it kind of looks like this. Now it does come under 20,000 simoleons, so it is a really good starter home for your money, because I do manage to get quite a lot in here for the money, and it's a decent size house. There's 2 bedrooms, which you will eventually see, and there's quite a lot of outside space as well, so I am quite pleased with how this has turned out, and it's what I'm actually using for my detective career, because I'm going to have my Let's Play with my family, with the Westbrooks, but I'm also doing some off-camera gameplay just so I can get used to it. And this is my detective house. This is my detective and my alien, the Reagans, and this is the house that they're going to be in. I called her Reagan because of the TV show on Sky Atlantic, Blue Bloods. If you haven't seen it, then I suggest you watch Blue Bloods because it's phenomenal, and it's got Tom Selleck in it. And I've told you guys before, he's my old man crush. He is. He's an old man, but he would still get some Laura loving. Yeah, he would. So as you can see, I've made the 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, and then a very much an open plan sort of living area as well, with a door out to the back of the garden. If there's any large pauses in this, it's just because Indy's probably jumped up. That's what he tends to do when I'm on here. So I'm kind of just playing about with the colours. I do change the living room colour, the living room stroke kitchen colour, and I just put this white wooden floor down because I find myself drawn to that particular floor. I don't know what it is. I think it just looks so clean and fresh, you know. And I think for a house in the desert, it's nice to have some fresh flooring. I've tried to use a couple of different lights from the new expansion, Get to Work, and that's one of the new lights there. And they're really bright, which is good. You get a lot of light from them, and they're not that expensive. And I'm swapping out those lights for the other lights for the bedroom, and I think it works really nice. I would have liked some more build buy items for the new expansion. However, I do realise that doing the careers and the Get to Work would have been an awful lot of work for them, so I think that's where hopefully game packs will come into the foray, and then we'll get more build buy content. Now this is completely custom content free, and I have unfortunately had to go for the cheaper items simply because I just didn't have the money to get it under 20k. You're going to have to sacrifice something. And also I didn't have any custom content, because often custom content furniture can obviously be a lot cheaper for you. Bear with me 2 seconds, pausing it. Okay, sorry about that guys, my phone rang and I'm waiting on a call from the doctor, so I had to answer it. Anyway, it wasn't the doctor, so that was a waste of time. Anywho, so here I am with the kitchen. Like I say, no custom content. It tends to be cheaper, that's what I'm saying. So custom content tends to be cheaper, and you can get things that look a lot cuter for a lot less money. So yeah, custom content is good for that, but obviously I can't upload that. Well, I can upload it to the gallery, but you know, most people won't see it. But so there I am. So I'm just playing about with it. I don't leave that colour pink. In fact, I play about with the colours quite a bit. I think that's the thing as well. I do miss creative style, but I actually do think that the items that they give you are really nice. So I especially like in the Get to Work, I will be doing a review on Get to Work eventually once I've, you know, really delved into it. But I do think that the Create a Sim items are really, really good. And even like base game Create a Sim items, I think that they've done really, really well with the clothes and the texture and things like that. So I had thought about kind of going for purple, as you can see. I had thought, Start again, Laura. I had thought about going for that sort of theme, but I decided to go for a more cool tone, so I changed it to this kind of bluey colours. I think because it was so hot in the desert outside, it would be nice to have, rather than warmer colours, maybe cooler colours inside, so that's what I kind of went for. And plus we have the alien living with us as well. Our lovely alien, and hopefully I'll be able to do a current household and you'll be able to meet her. But I'm excited to play with aliens. I haven't actually started to play properly yet. I can't resist building things. Like, I know I don't do a lot of builds, but I wanted to see the new items and things like that. So yeah, I wanted to see the new items, and this is kind of what I did. So I was playing about here trying to think where I could put the TV and things like that so it would sit. So a lot of this part is me playing about with where I can put the TV and things like that. As you can see, the build didn't actually take that long in comparison to the rest of the house. So I was quite pleased at how that came together. But I think the good thing about this in particular house is obviously you have enough room for a second story, and there's a lot of room out the back for expansion as well. That's one of the new couches that do come with the new expansion pack, and you can get some really nice colours. There's a really lovely deep purple colour that you can make it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And if I'd stuck with the previous colour combination, that's what I would have went for. So I wanted to kind of include a desk. There wasn't enough money for a computer, but it would be good for, you know, things like if we have kids. I mean, I don't know how this is going to plan out, but if you have kids, then it's good for homework, and it's just a good workspace. And eventually when we have the money, we'll be able to buy a computer and put it there. So I wanted to put a rug here, but I didn't feel as if the space, it kind of worked like that. So you'll see what I do in a second. I wouldn't say that this house is the best decorated that you could possibly get, but bearing in mind it was a very limited budget, so I would have loved to have been a bit more creative with where I put things and stuff like that. But unfortunately, because of the fact that I was trying to keep it under 20,000 so that if you were a single Pringle you could use it as well. So I'm not saying it's the best decoration that I've done, but it was the best I can do at the moment, really. So let me know below if you have the expansion. I know a few of you have commented in the last couple of videos that you are considering, or you were going to get it. Now that it is out for everyone, what is your thoughts? Are you engrossed in it? I have touched on the retail side of things. I had my current household. If you remember, I did a current household video with the big family, and I used the one that had mastered her art skill, Sky. I got her to open a photography, like a art store, and it is so much fun. Like, it is so much fun. I spent last night doing that just all night. I didn't touch on any of the other careers at all. I just basically did that, and that's what I was loving that. So it seems like that part of it is a lot of fun. What I'm doing with this is I'm going to split the other careers up. So I have this girlie here, she's going to be a detective, and the alien is going to be a doctor, so that should be quite interesting. And then I'll possibly just do like a guy on his own, like some sort of mad recluse scientist, and I'll have that as another current household. So you'll probably have a number of current households coming up for me in the different careers. But I'm looking forward to starting my Let's Play as well. I wanted to really get a grips of the game first before I open up my Let's Play, rather than stumbling through it all and not really knowing how to do things. I would much rather know what I'm doing so that I can create the sort of story for you. So I think turning the living room round to that wall really does kind of work a lot better, and it gives us a lot more space. And it looks nice. Those are new blinds. I was like, hallelujah, when I seen it with new blinds, and they're really, really good, but I didn't have the budget for them, sadly. I did not have the budget. Such a shame. So the colours that I've kind of went for is some blues, browns and creams, and I think it's worked out quite well. In the bedrooms, there's really nothing apart from beds. I do manage to get one dresser in here so we can change their clothes, but that's pretty much what I've done for the bedroom. There's really not a lot in the bedrooms, but you know, that doesn't matter. We've got the bookcase for skills, and we have, well, we're going to be doing this sort of patio area out here. So out here I will be putting an easel, because I like it, even if they're not in the art career, I do like them doing some art, because I like to hang it around the house, because it's free. Well, you pay 100 simoleons to make it, but it's pretty much a free art. And then I wanted a nice sort of picnic table outside so they could take their food outside, because let's face it, if you lived here, if you lived in a hot and sunny place like this, then you would probably be outside. Well, I know I would for certain. So I'm just kind of doing the outside colours now. So I just went for the sort of panelling, and then on the bits that are sort of sticking out, I did make them a sort of lighter panel, just so that they stood out. And you'll see why I've done that in a second, because I know it looks really random. I know it does. And then here comes the dreaded part is the roofs, and I don't know what the heck was going on with the roof there. I really don't know what happened. I was like, holy to the moly, what has happened to that roof? But eventually I do manage to sort of figure it out. But I think the roofs, I always dread the roofs. It's always like, oh my god. I said to Chris, I was like, the roofs are the hardest part, and he's like, you've always had problems with roofs. I was like, thanks. Because ever since The Sims 3, I'm always complained about the roofs. Roofs are so much easier than The Sims 4, however, but it doesn't matter. It's still a pain in my derriere, pain in my buttocks. So I actually think that the roof worked out not too bad in this. It did kind of complement the look I was going for, so I'm happy with how it turned out. And yeah, I really do like this house actually. I think it's a really nice starter, and I hope that you guys like it. It is available on the gallery, so you can go to the gallery, and I put some red trim because I thought that might be quite interesting. So I've put it on the gallery under xSimSugar. If you just go to there and you type that into the Origin ID, you'll be able to find me. There's other things in there like my Create a Sims and stuff that you can go for as well. And it is there to download. There's no custom content, so free to download as much as you like. And like I say, it's under my Origin ID is xSimSugar. What you can do is you can follow me on Origin, so that any builds or whatever that I do, or any Create a Sims, you will get first access to it. You'll be notified. I would like to have done some more, you know, sort of decorations and things, but you know, you run out of money, honey. Is that not what they say? So I wanted to add some nice sort of features like plants and whatnot. So I've put a palm tree. I do put a couple of palm trees and a sort of fern plant. But the reason that I did the kind of jutty out bits, so the sticky out bits, is I wanted to put planter boxes, and some nice things you wouldn't necessarily find in the desert. So that's my thoughts on that, because like I really wanted to have something quite pretty, and when you do have a house in Oasis Springs, you can't really plant really pretty things, but I thought if I put the planter pots in, I can use the move objects cheat to just add in a couple of these wee pretty plants, and I think it turned out super cute. So I hope that you like this, guys. Please leave me a comment below if you did, and please go and download it and leave a comment if you want. Favourites are always appreciated, and I hope that you enjoyed this build, and I love you all loads, guys. Bye.